Hello, ladies, and welcome back to It's Time for Tea. My name is Princess Nay, and this is my femininity journey that I decided to share with you. Before I get started, ladies, please follow me on Instagram at Call Me Princess Nay. You can follow my business page on Instagram at theindigowoman. And ladies, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also sign up for my Facebook group, Dating and Luxury for Black women. Okay, ladies, so now let's get started. So today I want to discuss different archetypes that you may find more connected to during your feminine journey. And I know for myself, I can connect to all 5 that are given during different times of my feminine journey, which is why I share a good percentage of them all. And it's okay if you do as well. And ladies, in the comment section, I want you to drop below which feminine archetype do you most relate to, or which one would you like to adapt to when it comes to dating or building confidence as a high value woman. Now, for starters, let's discuss the traditional archetype first. This archetype has a charm that will capture the hearts of those around her with the girl next door type of energy. Her personal style is very romantic, in addition to how she decides to live her life, like she has witnessed throughout her romantic journey in films, and she truly believes she lives in a fairy tale, and she definitely believes that a traditional marriage will happen for her no matter what. This archetype isn't interested in the bad boy image, but more so in the guy who will appreciate her softness and do things for her that is seen as very romantic, that he isn't willing to do for just any woman that comes in his life. He has also been raised by a good woman, possibly by his mother, who happened to also be a wife. Also, he sees qualities in this archetype. She dresses very traditional, such as never showing too much skin. She refuses to cuss or use cuss words, have proper etiquette, enjoys cooking and cleaning, and overall being a homemaker and taking care of children, let alone the whole entire family. This woman can live in her femininity throughout her princess, fairy tale, or cottage court energy that is extremely peaceful versus toxic. Another way the woman enjoys being romantic would be through spontaneous dates that would impress her beyond measures. For example, in the movie Pretty Woman, Richard Gere flew Julia Roberts on a private jet to see an opera, which is why they both dressed up in a very exquisite way to show how he can be a romantic man with a woman that he definitely wants to impress. I would also like to remind you, ladies, when a man asks you what you're into, I want you to be very clear about things that you're into and not hold anything back, so a man can know what type of events to take you to or what type of things that you may be into, so he can impress you to make you fall more in love with him, because he's trying to capture your heart and let alone full attention. Overall, ladies, if this archetype is what you relate to the most, it simply means that you're happy with who you are, you're very creative in many ways, and you will not relate to other average women who adapt to society norms. The next archetype I would like to mention would be the glamorous one. This archetype relates mostly to women like Diane Carroll or Dorothy Dandruff, in a sense that the world would definitely appreciate this type of woman. She can also be known as a diva, such as a Patti LaBelle or maybe a Whitney Houston, who has the ability to create a warm space around others, mainly women, and create that kind of mother-like energy, who is also very in tune with how beautiful she actually is. This archetype also do what she can to always smell good. She wears a lot of body shimmer to give herself that extra glow. She enjoys wearing big statement pieces like diamonds or emeralds, and to be the center of attention. However, even though this woman can be the center of attention, she likes to be aware of other women who express the same kind of energy in case there is a level of competition that she needs to compete with. Now, next, I would like to mention the classic archetype that relates to the traditional housewives, such as women such as Felicia Rashad, the Beyonces, or the Sierras of the world. This woman has the ability to connect with other women around her, let alone people in general. She's able to bring people together. She's able to host fabulous parties. And that is something that I found interest in once I become a wife. Also, this archetype enjoys building long-lasting relationship with groups of women, and she's good for being a politician wife. She's a part of popular sororities or popular community groups. She's into the PTA meetings for the children. She's into baking cookies or cakes for school parties, let alone holiday parties, where other women who happen to be wives will come over and things of such like that. She is also very outgoing. She can also be the face of a brand if she owns a small business to represent her and her femininity. She takes pride in being very elegant, mainly in the sense to not offend others with her words. She is good with planning events, but also she's also able to be sure of the type of friends that she attracts. She also is sure of finding a balance between finding time to spend with her husband, to spend with her children, to spend girl time, and her personal time. Overall, ladies, this woman is very beautiful inside and outside. She maintains a very clean and decorative home. She has clean nails. She has a clean physical look about herself. She doesn't do anything like looking dusty or coming out the home with pajama shorts on or look like she just rolled out of bed. She's one of those women that's well put together, but she's just very, very feminine and in her femininity. Next, I would like to talk about the free spirit archetype. These women are the Erykah Badu's, the Sade's, or Lisa Bonet's of the world. This woman has found herself within nature. She eats a lot of healthy eating type of habits, or she has them within her natural look throughout the day. She wears natural makeup. She lives a very clean lifestyle. She keeps a clean home. She has a lot of plants. She enjoys connecting with the universe through food and crystals, or have a bohemian type of clothing style. She wants world peace and have no desire to hurt anyone, mainly animals. She also isn't afraid to get a bit dirty, such as planting new plants, such as flowers in her garden or vegetables and fruits for her children to eat, let alone possibly her husband, because marriage sometimes isn't something that is something that she is aiming for. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, she doesn't. She enjoys going out camping trips and being into the wild or going into quiet places to paint beautiful pictures on canvases. She loves horseback riding, outdoor sports that will give her a different physical physique that may be just a little bit muscular but very much feminine. Now, this woman sometimes has a hard time with wearing pink or feeling extremely feminine at all times, but she works on it daily through reading books and following her other feminine women who styles she might be adapting to for different events. She does feel a little bit awkward when she goes out places, but that's because she's around other feminine women who's extremely soft and into more fairy tale type things. Last but not least, we have the femme fatale archetype. This is a very seductive energy that a lot of men get sucked into. I would say this relate most to women like Robin Givens or Lynn Winfield of the world. For those of you who have seen the movie Boomerang with Eddie Murphy and Robin Givens, you will see how she was able to use her feminine energy to lure one of the richest men in New York City into her web and get caught. A lot of women are not able to do this because they allow their emotions to take over what they want from a man. However, Robin Givens was a great example of the femme fatale archetype. And this can actually happen in any relationship, no matter how rich or how poor the man may be. It's all about how you have standards and have boundaries that you want the man that you're looking to be in a relationship with to meet. I would also say women like Margie Harvey would also be a great person to say has a femme fatale type of archetype. By putting herself first, only attracting high-value men, living a very rich lifestyle before and after she get with a respectable man who has a level of power that she's looking for. She refuses to settle for struggle love, and she refuses to settle for the bare minimum during her single season or even in a relationship. She isn't afraid to be honest about what she's into versus what she is not. She also has She has no issue with removing people out of her life that isn't a part of her level of journey, let alone should be in her level of circle, or someone who just shouldn't be a part of her future. She's extremely sexy and knows how to make herself feel extremely sexy. She wears only particular perfumes that makes her feel sexy, such as like Baccarat Rouge and things such like that is very expensive. She likes things spicy and anything that allures men in. She kind of lives her life on the edge, but by caring about herself versus caring what others may think about her. She also cares about keeping a great physical form, making sure she always looks extremely feminine and well put together. She has a very seductive look in her eyes, and that is another way to lure men in as well. The femme fatale is an interesting archetype. She's always well put together, and her main colors that she loves to wear is either red or black. She enjoys wearing red lipstick and having an expensive bag or shoe. She isn't interested in having 40 Chanels or 40 Birkins, but when she does step out, she has a bag that represents a certain level of status. She has a different type of aura around her, and some women are actually intimidated by her, mainly if they are around their man. I would also suggest that she can be unpredictable and would always seem like a mystery around others that most people will not be able to figure out. Her presence is very expensive. She has her own life and will not always be available to everyone because she understands the importance that time is indeed money. She wants to spend time wisely and wants to travel a lot. But overall, ladies, I personally can relate to all of these archetypes in different ways, which I'm sure you can as well. It's great when you can channel different energies during your feminine journey. So I do recommend that you take in which archetype best fits your journey and which one you would like to adapt to or work on. Please leave below comments of which archetype you most relate to or which one that you're just finding out about. Or even which one you would like to work on and become a certain type of feminine woman. But that is all for today, ladies. Remain classy and beautiful. Mwah.